Our country is in turmoil. I'm going to read a speech. It was given in 1944 in Central Park in New York City. And it was on, it's called I Am an American Day, or something like that. It was a celebration or acknowledgement of people in 1944 who were becoming United States citizens. They were naturalized citizens, and I guess, I don't think they do it anymore, but I Am an American Day. And the speech was given by someone who was born in Albany, and I think it was 1872. His name was Billingsley Learned Ham. Are there any other lawyers out here? Bill, are you a lawyer?
I play one on TV.
But in law school, he dropped the Billingsley, and he was known as Learned Ham. Learned Hand. Imagine having the last name Hand, naming your kid Learned. Learned Hand. And he became a judge. He was born in Albany and went to school at Albany, and then went on to Harvard, where he got degrees in philosophy and law. And he came back to Albany and had a law practice. From what I've read, it wasn't, he didn't make a big name for himself, but then he got appointed to the federal district court down in New York City, the Second Circuit. And he was a trial judge for a while, and then I think it was Calvin Coolidge in 1924 who elevated him to the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. Federally, you got the trial court, you got the courts of appeals, and the Supreme Court. He never went on to become a Supreme Court justice. But I've read that he is the most quoted judge in Supreme Court cases. And he gave this speech, as I say, at a ceremony for naturalized citizens in 1944, when World War II was still raging. And it's come to be known as the Spirit of Liberty speech. If you study law and all, you'll come across it. I'm going to try and do it as like a dramatic reading. My heart and soul into it. We have gathered here to affirm a faith in a common purpose, a common conviction, a common devotion. Some of us have chosen America as the land of our adoption. The rest have come from those who did the same. For this reason, we have some right to consider ourselves a picked group, a group of those who had the courage to break from the past and brave the dangers and the loneliness of a strange land. What was the object that nerved us, or those who went before us, to this choice. We sought liberty, freedom from oppression, freedom from want, freedom to be ourselves. This we then sought. This we now believe that we are by way of winning. What do we mean when we say that first of all we seek liberty? I often wonder whether we do not rest our hopes too much upon constitutions, upon laws, and upon courts. These are false hopes. Believe me, these are false hopes. Liberty lies in the hearts of men and women. When it dies there, no constitution, no law, no court can even do much to help it. While it lies there, it needs no constitution, no law, court to save it. And what is this liberty which must lie in the hearts of men and women? It is not the ruthless, the unbridled will. It is not freedom to do as one likes. That is the denial of liberty and leads straight to its overthrow. A society in which men recognize no check upon their freedom soon becomes a society where freedom is the possession of only a savage few, as we have learned to our sorrow. What then is the spirit of liberty? I cannot define it. I can only tell you with my own faith. The spirit of liberty is the spirit which is not too sure that it is right. The spirit of liberty is the spirit which seeks to understand the mind of other men and women. The spirit of liberty is the spirit which weighs their interests alongside our own without bias. The spirit of liberty remembers that not even a sparrow falls to earth unheeded. The spirit of liberty is the spirit of him who, near 2,000 years ago, taught mankind that lesson it has never learned, but never quite forgotten. That there may be a kingdom where the least shall be heard and considered side by side with the greatest. And now in that spirit of an America which has never been and which may never be, nay, which never will be except as the conscience and courage of Americans created. Yet in the spirit of that America, which lies hidden in some form in the aspirations of us all, in the spirit of that America for which our young men are at this moment fighting and dying, in that spirit of liberty and of America, I ask you to rise and with me pledge our faith in the glorious destiny of our beloved country.